Throughout this training, we have explored how to achieve success as a tutor in Reading Core and Math Core. Now, we will offer more tips on how you can be your best. Although some of these may seem like reiterations of previously discussed items, internal and master coaches identified these practices and traits as important to tutor success. Please reflect on these ideas and consider how you can use the collective wisdom of Reading Core and Math Core to maximize your impact. Preparation is important when starting a new job. The same is true of Reading Core and Math Core service. This is why we recommend that you coordinate with your internal coach and program manager to be at your service site as soon as possible. This enables you to have the time to meet staff, prepare your workspace, and practice your interventions. Additionally, Reading Core tutoring and Math Core tutoring requires specific preparation before working with students. Even veteran tutors should prepare their material in advance each day. Having your plan with all the students and materials organized for the day reduces downtime, giving the students the maximum amount of value from their tutoring. It's wise to give yourself time to plan and organize so your first lesson with students feels successful. Also, practicing interventions out loud will give you the best feel for the material. Timing will probably be faster without students, so plan accordingly. Having this practice increases your chances of having a crisp and clean tutoring session. If you have not taught an intervention in a while, it is always a good idea to brush up on the details of the lesson. Reading Core and Math Core strive to cultivate students' interest in literacy and math. Exemplify your own love for learning in order to show students that you value not only their education, but the importance of literacy and math in and of itself. Students may be frustrated by an earlier attempt at learning this content, but by cultivating excitement, you can renew their interest. Students may believe that they already possess expertise in the subject of your lesson. Following Reading Core and Math Core processes will provide you, your internal coach, and master coach an accurate picture of a student's progress. You implement interventions that have been researched and meet the highest standards of rigor. Tutor with fidelity, utilize the interventions, communicate with your coaches, and students will succeed. Praise plays a key role in student success. All tutors need to redirect students. Balance is important to keep in mind. Research has found that teachers and tutors should strive for 5 positive statements for every 1 statement redirecting a student. Impacting the confidence of the students you tutor is powerful. Notice even the little things they do right and praise them for it. Although the bulk of your time at your service site will be spent tutoring and preparing for interventions, we suggest that you support your service site by getting involved in other ways and lending a helping hand when appropriate. Teachers may have small projects you could work on. You could also get involved with before or after school programs, such as a chess club or a reading group. Getting involved will maximize your impact. Reading Core and Math Core also encourage you to positively impact your community through volunteering with local nonprofit organizations outside of the school day hours and on holidays. Martin Luther King Day and September 11th are days when AmeriCorps members around the nation show how AmeriCorps members get things done. Together, we represent AmeriCorps and act as stewards of our communities and our service sites and the greater community. Lastly, we want you to share your experiences with those you know. Wear your Reading Core gear while volunteering in your community or supporting school activities. Talk to people about how you work with students. Tell them the story of how you decided to get involved with national service, along with the difference you make through AmeriCorps. Encourage others to serve in safeguarding the legacy of Reading Core and Math Core, a legacy of positive transformation in students, schools, and communities. Choose to have an impact this year and beyond. All professionals work in collaborative environments, especially in schools. It's important to intentionally build strong relationships with your direct support network in Reading Core and Math Core. Each tutor has 3 main supports: a master coach, an internal coach, and a program manager. Master coaches possess robust and extensive knowledge of Reading Core or Math Core interventions. Feel free to contact them if you have questions and to get to know more about them. They want to support you. Your internal coach is a valuable resource for you. They know your building and the staff there. However, you need to use their time wisely because they have multiple roles and responsibilities. Take time to talk with your coach about how you can both work together to effectively serve students. Your program manager is a great person to contact with questions because they can always direct you to the appropriate resource. No question is too small. Feel free to ask about anything from how to connect with peers to information about your education award. Program managers are here to support you throughout your year of service. We reached out to a number of alumni for advice for new members. Here is verbatim what they had to say. Hi there, new members. My name is Kayla, and I served a year in Math Corps in 2015 through 2016 in Duluth. You are so lucky. You get to make a difference in the lives of students. You'll be working with kids who might believe that they are inherently bad at math. The time you spend with them might be super productive, and you'll get through a whole lesson in only 45 minutes. Or they might need something else from you during that time. Maybe they'll need you to take a couple of minutes at the beginning of the lesson to give them a little pep talk to validate their math abilities before they are ready to start working. Members, you have the power to help your students realize the truth about what they can accomplish. You can teach your students that the practice of any skill, whether it be math or basketball, doesn't make you perfect at it, but it will help them be more confident. You can teach your students that they are allowed to have a bad math day once in a while. You can teach your students that there is an adult other than their parents in their life who cares about them, no matter if they succeed or fail, and that you are there to help them, no matter what. Congratulations on completing the Institute and welcome to your year of service. Having been where you are, I have a good idea of how you may be feeling right now. And I want to tell you all to hold on to this feeling. You may be nervous, excited, scared, impatient, or a mix of those, and that is a good thing. This enthusiasm is what brought you to our program, and it is what will carry you through your time as a tutor. Now that Institute is over, it is time to get started with the real work of serving as an elementary literacy tutor. That means getting into your site and putting all your new skills to work, helping students get on track with their reading skills. Try to take it one day at a time. It's easy to get frustrated if you don't see instant results. This is normal. Just remember that your site is glad to have you, and there are systems of support in place to help you achieve your goals as a tutor. Use them. Don't be afraid to ask for help, and understand that this year is a year for growth. Not just for your students, but for you as well. Embrace that spirit of learning and change. You are embarking on an amazing journey, changing the lives of people all across our state, and while it may not always be easy, it will be worth it. So if you reach a point in your year when you start to question what you are doing or feel overwhelmed, I want you to think back to today, to these early days of service, and remind yourself why you committed to serving. Your impact is important, and we are so glad you're here. We are the Minnesota Reading Corps, and we will get things done. You've made it through Institute. Now it's time to make a real impact. As a preschool literacy tutor, you'll have the opportunity to serve within a classroom, build strong relationships, and collaborate with teaching staff. Each day will be different, so it is best practice to be open-minded and flexible. With anything worthwhile in life, you will face some challenges, but remember your why. Why you decided to serve with Reading Corps, and use it as fuel to stay motivated, driven, and committed. It is through your service that you will change lives and make a lasting impact.